Greetings. This is Free and Adventure, and I welcome you to the final installment of my 12 Days of Christmas Lore, a video series where I go over different trivia and factoids of the Christmas season while going through the 12 Days of Christmas. Yes. In this case, we will figure out how I've looked through multiple sources to figure out what the final tally is. Final tally, you might ask? We're going to look at how much today it would. The current price would be for paying for the 12 drummers drumming, not 11 pipers piping, and 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese swimming, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in the pear tree. Note, you took 2 sources where they talk about how much they would cost. These usually accounted for inflation and stuff, but these were not created like in 2004, so I had to then further create the inflation, creating a range of from small size, the price for each one. On the first day of Christmas, a partridge and a pear tree. Nowadays would cost you between $286.17 to $330.48. Two turtle doves, however, will run you $386.02. As a lower end, but also could cost you as much as $776.56. While a trio of French hens will get you will set you back anywhere between $241.59 and $341.69. So it's only between two choices, it's only a $10.10 in difference. Well, 4 calling birds. That is to start with. That is lower end, $621.21, or to anywhere to $798.61, which brings the current total up to $1,534.99. So basically you just under $1,535, and or even upward to $2,247.34. Now for the bling, the 5 gold rings. Nowadays, for 5 rings, that will cost you $998.32, or even with that price escalating to up to $1,289.09. That's the and let's see. Geese of Lang. I wonder if that counts all the eggs that you can get from them. Probably not counting all the eggs you get them. Between $479.20 and $807.62. We're not starting to see the real variants. Oh, here's one for the 7 swans are swimming. I knew swans were expensive. It might be expensive type thing, but I wasn't expecting like 7 swans to cost you between $13,589.82 and $17,470.67. This 7 is not like a number for your wallet. And then of course the 8th day, 8 maids of milking, $60.05 to $77.20. Please tell me this is just how much you would take to hire them just to watch. Like just how much it takes to watch this number of me watching them for a whole day, and also you get to keep the milk they were making. Would you make the process? Definitely not. You're not keeping the maids there, because otherwise that wouldn't be nowhere near. Sorry for being illegal in most places. That price would be way up there. It'd be one of the highest things on this list. But that brings the total for this grouping of 4 days to $15,127.39 to $19,644.58, which brings the sum total for so far to $16,662.38, and they'll, as a lower end of the cost, to $21,891.92. And now the final 4 days. Hiring out 9 ladies dance. These must be professional ones. And must be actual ladies, like nobility and stuff, if you have to pay them this much. Much. 8 as a lower end of spectrum, $8,602.35 to $10,053.57. Lords of Leaping. To Lords of Leaping. Now these are definitely nobility, so this would be high price. Of minimum of $7,332.62 to $15,054.10. I must presume that the reason it's lower than the ladies dancing is some of these guys were just bored and doing this, for doing something which may hurt their pride. Now on the 11th day, you're now hiring out your pipers to do their piping, which will cost you $3,320.97 at low end to $3,507.71, which is one of the smallest ranges we've seen so far. Finally, on the 12th day, the 12 drummer drumming, $3,590.84 to $3,800.02. This brings us the total for these 4 days to $22,846.78. Or for the higher range, $32,415.40. Which brings our final total for each thing. With a lower being $39 dollars 509 cents, $39,509.16, and with a maximum budget of $54,307.32. That's a lot, but it honestly was less than I expected. When I was like, oh wait, there's one thing all these keep forgetting. The sources they all seem to add up, but they miss one thing. It's not my true love has sent to me. It is my true love has sent to me. And why does it make a difference? Because each time you list it, you list the stuff on previous days afterwards, but never specify that you're not giving it on that day. They accumulate. The gifts repeat. Oh boy. Which means on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love has sent to me 12 drummers drumming for 3 cents. Yeah, we already went through this on the other page. An orchestra of 22 pipers piping, whose total cost for the two equals is lower end $6,641.94 to $7,015.42. A court of 30 lords leaping. Lower end $21,997.86 to up to $45,162.30. A ball of 36 ladies dancing. $34,409.40 to $40,214.28. A whole farm of 40 maids of milking, which runs you, even with 1, 2, 3, 4. Which even with 5 days of this, will still only cost you $300.25 to $386 even. A migration of 42 swans are swimming. Which gets you between $81,530 to $104,824.02, which by the way brings the total up for this service means that the total between these six, like the lower end, the higher end is now twice as much as the lower end. But getting on to that, we then have. Oh, actually, one more quick thing. How are the swans? The swans. The expenses for this swan for these foul things so much more than the price for nobility. I guess you don't. I guess you get to keep the swans afterward. But now for your aviary of 42 geese laying, which if you look at the lowest end, is $3,354.40 to $5,653.34. Then we get to your 40 gold rings. So you and your true love can have one for each of your fingers and toes. The price of which will range from $7,986.56 to $10,312.72. And then you have a flight of 36 birds calling out that they'll run you between $5,590.89 to $7,187.49. You must be allowed to keep and resell the milk, and not to mention the eggs from the 30 French hens. Of course, they're French hens, so they're fancy. Which costs you between $2,415.09 to $3,416.90. Which I now realize it's $1,001 more. Then you get 20 they get 22 turtle doves for $4,246.22 to over twice that, and with $8,542.16. And then finally, and a dozen partridge in 6 pair of pear trees, whose price would, after 12, for the price of all of which, it would equal between $3,434.04 to $3,965.78. The final total, which means this will all net you a total between $175,507.22 to $240,000 and $480. $240,480.43. Now, going into this, I was expecting this to have a price that really, if you're paying this, then your true love. The reason you're talking to your true love on this is that your true love is the birthday boy Jesus, who is being your sugar. I can't make that joke about him. But the scariest thing is, for expensive, which would just be 1 year gift this. There are plenty of people in the world, like not a probably less than 1%, who less than a person, but far less than a percentage of 1% of the population of this world, who not only could pay this, but probably have paid this in Christmas gifts. Equivalent Christmas gifts. But anyway, I thank you for joining me. The resources I used for this video will be, including my inflation calculator, will be listed in the description below. And if you liked my video, and as well as this little twist, this little expensive twist at the end, and then share that with a like, comment your shock, subscribe if you think it's good, and share so that everyone else could share this belief. Oh, and just a reminder, this marks the end of the 12 days of Christmas. We now have which includes a marching band and like over 180 and a flock of over 180 birds, different sort of birds and fowl creatures, birds and poultry. But remember, Christmas is now officially over, and we now have a long wait of 353 day wait, which now would be 352 because of how late this was because of the the New Year's episode, day 7 for this. But remember, it's a long wait, but we'll get here eventually. Eventually, you will start hearing the sleigh bells, the carols, see stockings and lights again, and the Christmas and holiday lights again. For remember, while it's far away, Christmas is still coming! I thank you for joining me. This is Free and Air Arena Adventure. I wish you Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, and nothing but the best wishes for the new year. And as always, may thee have good fortune on the quest of life.